Good afternoon and welcome to Renfrewshire, Scotland. We are in Scotland's largest town, Paisley, more famous for shipbuilding and textiles. But today we are going to be bringing you coverage of the European Curling Championships from the Braehead Arena, the semi-final stages. And it's Sweden versus the Czech Republic. I am Kenny Edwards and I'm joined by Logan Gray for this 2 versus 3 game. So the team's just been introduced to the crowd. So you see Sweden on the left, they will be playing Red Rocks, and Czech Republic on the right, they will be playing the Yellow Rocks. Being announced to the crowd, and great to see a lot of supporters in for this semi-final match. The other semi-final will be between Russia and Scotland. And this is how they looked after the round-robin stages. You see Scotland at 9-0. They qualified in #1 spot. Sweden, Czech Republic in 2nd and 3rd, and Russia in 4th. So there you see, this is how they are in the semi-finals. A chance to make that final and the gold medal game. The losers still have a chance of picking up a medal. They will drop down into the bronze medal game. So just about to get underway. Team's just loosening off, preparing themselves. You see Russia finishing the round robin, 6 wins and 3 defeats. Scotland 9-0, Sweden 8-1 in the round robin, and Czech Republic 6-3. So as we've said, Sweden playing red stones, Czech Republic yellow. And it is Sweden with last stone advantage as we get underway. So Logan, what do you expect in this semi-final?
Well, hopefully we can expect some great curling like we saw last night in the games in the men's event. Czech Republic did lose their game in the round robin to Sweden by a scoreline of 8-5. So they'll be the underdogs right from the start here, and I think for both of these semi-finals there are clear favourites in the Swedish team and the Scottish team. Czech Republic have already had a fantastic week in qualifying for the the semi-finals for the first time ever here at the European Championships, so it's already been a terrific week. I wonder if they can go a little bit further and have a medal to show for it too. Looks like we're going to have a reasonably defensive first end here. So that's Klara Svatonova throwing lead stones for the Czech Republic.
Yeah, that one just heading and rolling out of play. So what's the thinking here, Logan? Anna Hasselberg just being asking for a guard.
Well, they're trying to use... No, the free guard zone is over, I was going to say. They're just trying to create some cover in the wing to basically draw some stones in behind and hopefully be able to create a multiple score with the hammer. You'll generally see the team with the last stone advantage, the hammer, playing to the wings, out to the sides of the sheets, whereas the team without the last stone will try and clutter up the middle and block away into the button for the opposition's last stone. That's the general strategy. This one drifts into the house, but I think we would have seen a takeout anyway for Teresa Pliskova. Teresa is a lawyer office assistant, and she's made a big mistake there. And an early chance here for Sweden.
Yeah, this is Agnes Knockenhart, the 27-year-old for Sweden.
Yeah, never qualified for the European playoffs as one of the starting 4 players, but she has been involved in a few as the alternate, winning the gold medal twice in 2010 and 2013. So there's no doubt that Agnes is the most experienced player in the team from an international perspective.
So there you see the rules of play for the semi-finals and final. 8 ends minimum, 38 minutes thinking time, and 1 60-second timeout.
Well, Agnes drew to the back of the house there and just hung around till I2, so didn't get them quite level, but still in good shape to score 2 in this first end here, Sweden. After that bad miss by Pliskova.
And we're right in behind this sheet, Logan, and that one possibly looks as if it's clean missed.
Oh, wow. So another huge miss down the side. We're getting pretty used to this sheet C and having a good idea of what it does. And what we have seen is that the play going away to the wings, the ice has been a little bit straighter than the players have been expecting, and we need to make sure not to be caught out by that. Here's Alžbeta Badiševa. Again, a hit and roll out, so maybe some early nerves here in this women's semi-final.
Sarah McManus. It's her first year on this team. Looking to hit this one out. That's exactly what she's done.
So Alžbeta is from Prague. She's a student and a keen scientist. So was that our first hogline violation we just saw there, Kenny? I think we saw the red flashing lights there on the handles. Here's another look. Stone would put the green lights on, a solid green light if the stone is released beforehand, and you see she carries it right over. We've got a red flashing LED light on the handle. That's removed from play, so I think that's the first one we've had in any of our feature games anyway.
It's certainly the first one I've seen this week. Can you take us through the eye and the hog technology, Logan?
Well, I mean, basically there's magnets underneath the hog lines, which basically if the player is holding the handle as they cross that magnet, then it will activate those red flashing lights. So it just takes the kind of some human error out of the occasion, and that's the indicator we're talking about there on the top. So you see the red one there, and it needs to be released before this red line here. Hopefully this one will get off before the hog line. Cleanly done. There was a good draw there by Sweden to level the two red stones up and not leave any double takeout.
Yeah, makes the hit and roll to the centre line. And finds a good spot. If Anna Hasselberg could hit in the nose, leave the opportunity to play a double.
Well, Anna Kubeshkova's best performance at the European Championships is 6th in 2013. So already going at least a couple better there.
Yeah, first look at Anna Hasselberg for Sweden. Hits and rolls. As we said earlier, opportunity to remove both of these reds is there. Whereabouts do they need to hit this one to get rid of both of them?
I think it's probably going to be a big ask for her to get rid of them both, but it does look like something somewhere around the 2/3 angle. Hit 2/3 of that first stone, and that will create the angle to roll over and get the other one. Whether Anna Kubeshkova has the firepower to be able to push that red in the centre line far enough to get it out is a different question. So here's Anna Kubeshkova. She's a journalist herself. Sporting hero is Rafael Nadal.
It's very close. And has she made it? She can't sweep that red stone until it crosses the tee line, but makes it perfect. Great shot by the skip.
Yeah, it really was, and she proved me wrong there. Super shot to roll all the way over and get that red kicked out the side door.
I'm sure that'll settle the nerves here in the semi-final.
Yeah, there's been a few mistakes, a few nervous mistakes here in the semi-final between missed takeouts and hogline violations. Looks like Sweden will have to settle for blanking here in this first end.
Yeah, so Anna Hasselberg just peels that yellow out of play and blanks the first end, so no score in this semi-final. Second end of the women's semi-final here at the Gruyère European Curling Championships in Braehead Arena. And we're going to take a look at the game between Russia and Scotland on sheet B.
Well, it looks like Scotland in a little bit of trouble here. Victoria Moisheva putting one on the button with her first stone, and then forcing a miss there from Eve Muirhead, overcurled and caught the guard, and that's how that yellow ended up on the tee line there. So a chance for Moisheva really to get into a strong position here by throwing a draw down onto the button again. Now Victoria playing in her first European Championships as well. Lots of new, inexperienced teams out there this week. So it looks pretty good. Well, that red stone is in jail. That's never coming out of there. Going to be a big ask for Scotland to score here. I mean, if they blast it, they might be able to kind of wiggle it through, almost bounce it off a few stones, and it might go through. But a super shot there by Moisheva. Back in her featured game, more mistakes. The guard from Sweden slips into the house. And a couple of takeouts, and now another one here, clearing play.
I think the call from Eve Muirhead is just to play the control takeout, try and spill two reds out of the forefoot. Might be able to squeeze the red that's on top of the button in between the two yellows. So final stone for Eve Muirhead. In the first, a lot of stones around. Must be pretty close. Sound happy with it. And doesn't manage to squeeze that one through. That's going to be a big mistake and a steal of two for Russia.
Yeah, tough break there for Eve, but that was a super couple of stones from Victoria Moisheva, showing no nerves whatsoever. And after the first 10 there, it's Russia 2, Scotland 0.
Yeah, not a lot of stones in play between Sweden and Czech Republic.
You do tend to see this as well when the lead players don't get their stones in the right position. It can lead to quite a defensive end, and that's exactly what's happened here.
This one looking a little bit heavy. It does drift right through. So not the highest standard so far, Logan.
No, it certainly has not, Kenny. There's a lot of half shots being made and a lot of complete misses as well. We had 3 or 4 complete misses in the first end. And we're getting more here in the second. But nobody getting a hold of the game yet so far. I think they're still trying to work out the ice conditions and just settle in to this kind of new environment, this new situation.
That one also drifting into the scoring area.
The ice conditions look pretty slick out there. The stones really look like they're running on, and The houses are obviously very lively as well. We saw that double takeout, super shot from Anna Kubeshkova in the first end. We didn't even think it was there, but with the stones being so lively and the house is so quick, she actually made it quite easily in the end.
Sarah McManus. Just going to play the takeout on this one. This Sarah's first European Curling Championships. Has represented Sweden at 5 World Junior Championships before though.
That one takes a nice little spin back in towards the house and into play, so Sweden will be keen to remove that once more. This is definitely the strength of the Swedish team. They can really throw the big weight takeout as well, and probably a trait that you would associate with all Swedish teams. They always seem really good at throwing the big weight takeout well.
Anna Kubeshkova. Has been at 3 European Championships before. A couple of World Championships. So this really shouldn't pose too many questions to her. But it's the first semi-final she's ever been in.
Oh, a little bit of a half chance here for Anna. They do have the last on, so there's absolutely no harm in going for this freeze. If she could ever make it really good, then it would be difficult to remove for Czech Republic. Doesn't really seem to be any risk in going for it. Here's the coach, Ingemar Edström. Comes up just a little bit short of his intended destination. And here's the Czech coach, Merv Fonger. Actually coached the Canadian women's team a few years ago at the World Women's Championship in Esbjerg in Denmark. This should be a straightforward takeout here for Anna Kubeshkova. Flirts with the back stone, but gets the job done. 6 around 2.
Yes, I don't expect Sweden to take one in this second end. They'll look to hit and run on the high side once again.
Here's the final stone of the second end. And they need this one to curl. Have they got anything? They do.
Yeah, so after two ends, still no score between Sweden and Czech Republic.
Just a few short years ago, Las Vegas first emerged on the world's curling radar. Today, it's the world's curling hotbed, with 2 Continental Cups already in the attendance record books, a third one ready to rock this coming January, and the biggest one of all, the World Men's Championship, coming in 2018. For complete details, visit LasVegasCurling.rocks.
You gotta be there. Las Vegas rocks.
So just a reminder, you're watching live coverage of the Gruyère European Curling Championships, coming from the Braehead Arena here in Renfrewshire. It's a semi-final between the Czech Republic and Sweden. No score. I'm Ken Edwards and I'm joined by Logan Gray. And there is some differences between these two teams, Logan. The Swedish side have spent quite a lot of time on the tour this year compared to the Czech girls. They've basically based themselves in Europe, whereas Sweden have travelled across to Canada a couple of times.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kenny. The Swedes have they've played three or four competitions in Canada, and including a super performance at the Grand Slam event just a few weeks ago, getting all the way to the semi-final there. There's a real contrast between the support that these two teams get to be able to afford to do that and do all that travelling, spend all that time away. Czech Republic team, they've only played 2 competitions on the World Curling Tour. They may well have played other ones that aren't on the tour, but it's a marked difference between the two teams' preparation coming into this European Championship. So they still made it to the same point so far, and there's no doubt that Czech Republic are kind of playing above their kind of expectations so far. But yeah, it's going to be a really interesting one, and hopefully here in the third end we're going to get some stones in play. That would make a big difference. We saw a lot of mistakes in the first end. Second one, again, not a great start, and then was just run through. So look, it's looking more promising here, but this one's curling hard. Sneaks it by the guard. So that right-hand side of the sheet going away from the home end, we've seen in the last few draws, really curling hard. So that's something that the teams will need to watch out for. Don't want to lose those draws into the centre guards.
So while Sweden and Czech Republic are in their third end, Russia and Scotland are still in their second. Victoria Musaeva for Russia, attempting the difficult double on the 2 yellows to try and stop Scotland striking back with their own 2. hits it completely on the wrong side. And that will allow Muirhead just to play the hit and flop into the paint to level that match. Scotland strong favourites going into that match. Not dropped a game yet.
Gets a nice little rub off the guard there and then behind the cover. Just Sweden in good shape here.
Well, easy done. And I'm just having a check of this yellow out wide. I'm just going to measure it. Are they? So they're not going to measure it. They're going to give it to, yeah.
Well, here's Pliskova coming around the outside of the guard here and onto the shot stone. Pushes it back, but not good enough to lie in any sort of a shot position. Sweden still lying 2 here. So chance for Agnes Knockenauer to pour more red granite in there. Looking a little bit pacey at the moment. I don't want to go past the tee line here. Oh, that's a bit of a let off. So a great chance now for the Czech Republic to come down and play a freeze, even if they can just tap that red just played a little bit back, then I would set up a nice big nest for the Czech Republic stone. It'd be extremely hard to remove.
Yeah, so we see the timer on the side of the screen there. Teams use this to give them an indication of how quick the ice is or how slow the ice is playing.
We said we thought the ice was a little bit quicker this afternoon. 15.1 would suggest that. We've been thinking around about 14.5 has been good for tee line. That's 15.1 all the way past the tee with not a huge amount of souping. Good shot there by Bodisheva. And just by getting that Yellowstone in front of all those reds, as they currently sit anyway, it pretty much negates all of the other ones. So that's why it was so important for Sweden to stay in front of the tee line with that last one. They couldn't afford to let Czech Republic do that.
So Sarah McManus just trying to come down and push this yellow back ever so slightly. Having to sweep this one to keep it straight.
It looks pretty good here. Taps it back and Sweden lying 1 once again. Nice to see some stones in play, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. I think the Swedes will be the more comfortable with the stones around. How's this one looking? Had to sweep this one all the way down. Just maybe over curls ever so slightly. But it is fully in behind and it's cut down the scoring area for Sweden now.
Hur blir det om vi skulle sätta den rakt? Alltså jag har ju lite. Det blir jättebra. Fast marginal sätter den, alltså så att vi blir av. Har du någonting här? Jag har ju lite där.
I think Sweden are looking at the run back,
Lite mindre.
possibly here, or even making a takeout on that yellow. I think they can kind of smell a big end at the moment. They just need
Jag var
to
först inne på att gå på
work
den.
out what the next few moves are.
Och gå på den i bot, ja. Om vi bara tar bort vilken? Och så med marginal och gå i den här. Om vi bara tar gadden? Ja. Alltså om vi bara får med oss den. Men alltså jag gillar den där som går där. Typ en sarg. Ja, samma sten. Typ en säker sarg. Ja, den som Fia har. Men marginal i den. Marginal i den, precis. Gillar du den? Ja. Sarg. Ja, sarg menar jag.
So they've changed their mind. They've actually elected to play a hack weight around and try and chip the yellow through.
Men typ vilka här hit med egen då? Ja, precis. Följa med på egen, men den kommer ju rulla djupt. Men säkert så här. Har vi så mycket träff vi behöver då? Så kanske vi får. Anna, vad tror du om mönstret mindre? Ja, jag kan gilla det.
Well, it was always either this or the run back. Not taking a huge amount of ice here. We've said it's been curling quite a lot going this way, so you may well see a lot of sweeping early on here.
Well, this one way tight for line. Never getting past that guard.
Just not enough ice, really, not enough awareness of the kind of the lie of the land, as it were. But it does open up the two yellow stones in the house that they may want to remove with their last couple of stones.
Bychom jí to tady nenastavili ještě víc?
No tak to by nebylo hezký, no. Ale když půjdeme tohle sem, s malým posunem sem, tak by to nemělo být zlý.
Jo. Takhle? Takže jenom 7, jo?
No, spíš 8. I kdybychom nedotočili a skončili na těch vzadu, tak to není tak hrozný.
So they're electing to just throw one in on top of the yellow. So why are they thinking about blocking a route into that yellow, Logan?
Well, I think the big scare for them at the moment is that Sweden could play a double takeout on them. They could hit the yellow onto the red, onto the other yellow, and they would both go in. There would be a whole load of red stones lying around. So looks like they're throwing a guard of some sort or a freeze. Could also draw another one into another place in the house just for some extra insurance, but going for the guard here. And quite heavy and wide here at the moment. And how's that finished up? Quite a big misjudgment there by Kubeshkova. Does look like it's probably 4th or 5th shot.
I think the call, Logan, that I certainly would have made it would have been the freeze on the back red, the one to the right of the picture, as a banker for later in the end. You see the corner guard out top. If you've frozen that red that's in the back 8 foot on the left, and just let Sweden take a fly at this. then you could nose and you might force Sweden into the single point.
Yeah, just a reminder, Sweden red, Czech Republic yellow. Great chance here for Sweden. And they've been rewarded for their professional miss with the last one. There's a good side to miss and a bad side to miss on, and there's no doubt that Sarah McManus missed on the correct side. Not playing too much weight at this one. Anna.
This one beginning to move off the centre. Looks really, really good.
Oh, that's a super shot. Really well played, and Czech Republic will need to tread extremely carefully here not to lose a big end.
Yeah, I think that's why with her first, she probably should have just thrown one into the back 8 foot.
So what sort of heroics will we see here from Anna Kubeshko? We saw them in the first end. She made a great double there. She's going to have to find something similar here. Looks like the Swedish girls are enjoying themselves, but I bet Czech Republic aren't right now.
How's this one looking?
Well, they want this one to curl. Hits and rolls out. And what does that mean? Looks like Sweden only lying 2 at the moment. But they can definitely access that Yellowstone. Maybe they could score 4, maybe even 5 if they decide to plant the red onto the yellow.
I think that's what they're looking at, Logan. Just push that red that's in the red 4 foot area back onto the yellow in behind it, and they would pick up 5.
Well, the interesting thing here is how much weight do you throw at it? Do you make it quite easy and throw it hard and guarantee yourself 3? Or the less weight that you throw, the more points you could score, but it also makes the shot more difficult and more missable. So it does look like they're going to throw just a quiet weight here, just a hack weight or something like that, and try and push the red onto the yellow and out of the 8 foot, and then see how many reds they can hang around.
Yeah, so big shot for Anna Hasselberg and Sweden in this third end. And we are right in behind this sheet, Logan, and the line looks really good at the moment. It's all about the weight.
Oh, this looks absolutely perfect. This could be 5. Just rolls a fraction too far, but still a great shot here by Anna Hasselberg. And it's a score of 4 here in the third end.
Yeah, so after 3 ends, it's Sweden 4, Czech Republic 0. Just one more look at it. Just pushes the red on to the yellow. And the shooting stone just rolls a little bit too far. But I'm sure they'll be delighted to pick up the 4 shots. Fourth end. And Sofia Mabergs for Sweden gets us underway. And maybe a change of tactics for Sweden, Logan?
Oh, absolutely. The scoreline has changed dramatically with that big score of 4 in the third end, so you won't see Sweden taking too many risks now. They've earned their lead, and they're going to try and protect that. Definitely don't want to let Czech Republic back into it with a big score of their own, so they're going to make things as simple but difficult as possible for the Czech Republic, minimize the amount of stones in play. You may see the Czech team taking a little bit more risk than we've seen. Definitely need to score a couple to get back into this semi-final.
%80 for Sofia Mabergs. That's a really, really good performance. Just nudges that red onto the button.
Yeah, good setup play by Sofia Mabergs. Don't want any guards, so you'll see most of the Swedish stones going into the house. The free guard zone rule is in effect at the moment, so that's why Sweden couldn't peel the corner guard. Svatonova playing 83% for the week.
So how's this one looking? Looks a little heavy, and that one's going to drift right through. So maybe just feeling the effects of losing that 4. So over on sheet B, Russia 2-2 with Scotland. Has last stone advantage, does Victoria Moiseyeva. This could be a nose hit to take a 3-shot lead. And that really would be an upset here at the Europeans. Right down onto the nose, and it is a score of 3. So Russia lead that one 5-2 after 3 ends. So possibly that upset is on the cards.
Right, let's get the corners a little bit closer. Yeah.
Earlier on, I talked about it being quite straight going towards the wings, and that one just didn't really curl at all. It's only moved 2 or 3 feet. If they're playing a draw into the middle, it'll be moving as much as 4 or 5 feet. So it does look a little bit straighter. Agnes Knochenhauer, 80% so far this week.
A nice peel from Agnes.
Teresa Pliskova only playing 74% for the week. Sarah McManus, 77. Oh, that just looked like she set that a little bit. Is it coming back? Oh, it does. And rumbles the stones in the house as well.
Ještě jeden guard.
Braehead playing well this week, 77%.
Yeah, Sweden really are good front runners. Prefer the takeout game. I think Anna Hasselberg will openly say that she prefers to play a takeout than a draw.
So not a lot to work with here for Braehead. Trying to make a freeze in the button. So Alžbeta Braehead with the freeze attempt here.
Would you say that the freeze is the hardest one in the book, Logan?
I'm not sure, Kenny. I think we'll see some much more high difficulty shots as the game goes on, and especially in the final tomorrow. It was a great effort, though. It's definitely not an easy shot to freeze, especially without any guards in play. It was a great attempt, but it's just not even going to be remotely difficult to remove for Anna Hasselberg. She can hit anywhere on the nose or left-hand side, or right-hand side, actually, as she looks at it.
Pop that one back onto the centre line. Just going to pick it clean, I think. No. Gets rid of everything and leaves Czech Republic with no chance of hiding behind anything.
I just saw 82% shooting for the week. She really is playing well. Sweden only dropped one game in the round robin, and that was to Scotland. And it has felt like Scotland and Sweden have been the two strongest teams all week. Sweden showing that here in the semi-final. Scotland not so much in theirs, currently trailing by 3 shots. This is Annika Beskova. Only 72% for the week.
Yeah, just throwing this one into the house.
Good to see the Swedish fans in, and the Swedish team as well in there, watching some of the women's action. You'll find that generally the players will come in and watch some of the games, especially when they've got a bit of free time. Whether it's the A division or the B division, you're probably more likely to see the B players coming in to see the A players' games, but
yeah, hits that one in the nose, and it's going to force Anna Kubeskova to play the hit and roll and blank this fourth end.
So here is the final stone of the fourth end, Annika Beskova. Trying to keep the last stone advantage. Nicely thrown. Didn't want to stick around there. So it's a blank fourth end, our third blank end of the match. And after 4 ends here, it's still Sweden 4, Czech Republic 0.
Just a few short years ago, Las Vegas first emerged on the world's curling radar. Today, it's the world's curling hotbed, with 2 Continental Cups already in the attendance record books, a third one ready to rock this coming January, and the biggest one of all, the World Men's Championship, coming in 2018. For complete details, visit LasVegasCurling.rocks.
You gotta be there. Las Vegas rocks.
Okej, gå då. Unset rakare än förra. Kolla upp, Sara. Kolla upp. 14-7. Borde vara lugn. Bra, Pia.
Oh, she's played well this afternoon, Sofia Mobergs. Setting up Sweden up pretty perfectly at all times. Making life difficult for the Czech Republic when your opposition lead's playing extremely well, then it's difficult to get things going and get an upper hand early in the ends. So Svatonova, how's she get over the hog line? She has just great sweeping there by the Czech Republic. Sofia Mobergs wasting no time whatsoever. Already out the hack and already away. So the clock ticks away in the background. The yellow stones are being thrown. So Czech Republic have 27 minutes and 45 and counting. And then as soon as the stone crosses the tee line, the clock stops. This new introduction of the thinking time, very welcome, has really enabled the players to play more aggressive curling and not have to worry about the clocks as much with the running time of the stones. Draws, of course, taking a lot longer to get down there than takeouts. Somewhere around 20-25 seconds, whereas a takeout could take as little as 6 or 7.
No, Agnes Knockenhauer just been asked to peel one of these guards, either or. Takes the high one.
Some nice footwork there by Sofia Mobergs to avoid the flying bullet going down the ice. Here's another look.
There's a fancy footwork there.
Sedm, osm. Ne, 7. 6. Ne, je to 8. Je to větší.
So with the top guard coming off, Czech Republic now going around and trying to generate some sort of action.
slight mistake there, but to get second prize by rolling the guard onto their own red.
Yeah, but you know, I think Czech Republic will be quite happy to have any sort of a guard out there. Still quite a long way to go here in this fifth end.
Yeah, so Scotland trailing 5-2 to Russia in the other semi-final. Scotland sitting 2 in behind the centre guard. I think Victoria Musayeva should be able to see enough to make the double. Sound as if they're pretty close to this one. Have they made the double? Only the single. There's a really tight port in there. She knows that one was close. So can Scotland get back into this with a score of 2 in this fourth end? It's very close to making the double.
Well, it looks like Braehead is going to be able to score 2 and close the gap to 1. Scotland undefeated so far this week. The Scottish team, the home crowd's only hope for medals now this week. Of course, the men's team finished out with a disappointing record of 4 wins and 5 losses. They missed out on the playoffs. This looks like a great draw.
Yeah, great shot by the skip. The skips too, really. A couple of good shots from Braehead. Getting our team right back in it. They trail Russia 5-4 after 4 ends. So Sweden 4-0 up on the Czech Republic.
Well, a nice shot here. Comes down and tries to make the freeze, taps it back a little bit. Now, is there a chance for a double takeout here for Sweden? That's the one they're eyeing up anyway.
Yeah, look at the catch, probably half stone, maybe even a little less. Just swooping this one to try and keep it straight. Oh, great shot.
Fabulous play here by Sarah McManus. A couple of reds behind the T-line though. That could be useful for Czech Republic, but Switzerland killing both of those yellow stones in one fell swoop. Well, Elżbieta Bodisheva going for the freeze here. Looks a little bit inside for line.
Does catch the back of that red.
Yeah, just straightened it up quite nicely, didn't it? And put it in a more useful position. Still should be easily removed here for Anna Hasselborg. I don't think we'll see anything too fancy here from Anna. Just going to peel it out of there.
See this one just hanging straight on the centre line, beginning to come across now. Great shot from the skip.
So I think it's going to be the freeze again here for Kubeshkova. Not giving herself too much room to work with here. They could play a little tap back and roll in behind that double red guard. Might just make life a little bit more easy for them to get a second one in there if it was required. I've seen a couple of great takeouts from Anna Kubeshkova. Not much in the way of draws. So it'll be interesting to see how her feel is. Big swing again here.
Line looks really, really good. A little bump and roll in behind would be really nice.
No, as it shot position though, I think it was the right idea. But needed to be shot. Has that one over curled? I think it has. Here's another look. So much curl late on here. Going away from this home end. So tough one to call who's in shot position. I think regardless the call would be the same here to throw the draw. So maybe they won't come into play anyway.
Yeah, Sweden really could put some pressure on Czech Republic with this one. Czech Republic really do need to score in this end.
Well, they've got a good line here. How's the weight? Oh, that's absolutely perfect. Maybe just goes a few inches past where they would have liked to be, but still a great shot and no chance for Czech Republic to score two here. It's going to take a great shot even to score one, so pressure right on Anna Kubeshkova here.
So final stone of the fifth end. Czech Republic looking to get on the scoreboard. Anna Kubeshkova with a draw to the button.
And somewhere around 15 should be okay. Can they get it down there? They certainly can. Oh, great draw here.
Yeah, so Czech Republic picking up the single point, but they trail Sweden 4-1 at the break.
Sweden versus Czech Republic, European women's semi-final. Here's Annika Beskova with her last stone of the first end. What a super shot to stop Czech Republic from lying to it. Hit it absolutely perfect. Just did enough to kick it out the side door. So the first end would be blank, so would the second, and then all the action from the first half was really here in the third end. Here's a shot that really made it for Anna Hasselborg. Spins 2 yellows out of the 8 foot to lie a couple. A big miss from Annika Beskova, hits and rolls out and leaves this delicate little tap back for Sweden to score 4. Just rolled a fraction too far for 5, but still a super shot there by the Swedish skipper. Czech Republic scored 1 in the 5th, and after 5 ends, it's Sweden 4, Czech Republic 1.
Scotland versus Russia. Victoria Mosaeva in the third end, making the nose hit for 3 and a 5-2 lead. Fourth end, Scotland sitting 1. Eve Muirhead trying to draw the 4 for 2. Makes this one right onto the button. They trail Russia 5-4.
Bra snack, bra glöd. Allting känns precis där det ska vara, så fortsätt så.
En ställe i taget.
Ja.
Yes, så kör vi.
Vad gott det här var. Ska vi köra? Alltså mangon var magisk. Kör vi, Anna. Sådär ja. Water. Yep. All right, let's go. All right.
No, aspetta rukavicę. Sorry, no. Ažio.
Chceš tady nechat?
No.
So there you see the final stages of the Women's European Curling Championships 2016. Scotland taking on Russia, Sweden, Czech Republic, looking to get into that European final. The losers of the semi-final will drop down into the bronze medal game as we see the stats for the first 5 ends. And you've got to feel Czech Republic need to up that percentage if they're going to get back in the game. So welcome back to the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2016, coming from the Braehead Arena in Renfrewshire, Scotland. I am Ken Edwards and I'm joined by Logan Gray for this semi-final game between Sweden and the Czech Republic. It's Sweden who lead 4-1, and what do the Czech Republic need to do to try and get something going here in this game, Logan?
I think, to be honest, they just need to do everything a little bit better at the moment. There's no clear area that they're making mistakes in. It's just the odd half shot here and there that's really being punished by Sweden at the moment. They're going to have to take some risk, that's for sure. Let the Swedish stones build up around them in favour of trying to get a steal. I think it is important that the next score is a steal for the game. And Czech Republic will just try and eat away into this lead of Sweden here in the second half. So Klara Svatonova having a reasonably good game at 80%. Just slightly below her tournament average.
Where would you expect to see a lead's stats and percentages for a tournament like this, Logan?
Yeah, I think that all the best leads will be up around the kind of high 80s into 90% mark. 83's okay, I would say, for the week. But yeah, the leads, they do generally play kind of open shots and slightly simpler shots with there being less stones in play. So you do expect your stats to be a little bit higher than the rest of the team. Sofia Moberg's down at 80%, playing above that level in this game.
So that one hits on the nose. And the other semi-final, Russia, Scotland, the fifth end was blank. So it's still Russia leading 5-4.
Yeah, it was a horrible start to the game for Eve Muirhead and her Scottish team. Now there's definitely some improvement needed here from Teresa Pliskova, only playing 58%, well below her tournament average. So important to get her stones in play and in useful positions. Well, looks like a good start. Goes past the tee line, but finds the cover and forces Sweden to peel the guard.
Yeah, Pliskova, this is our fifth European Championships. And this is Agnes knocking hers fifth also. Already got 3 medals. Can she guarantee a fourth?
So hopefully we'll see the guard go back up here from the Czechs. It's important for the Czech Republic team to keep Sweden out of the house for as long as possible here. It's got so much firepower, the Swedes, that you fancy if you gave them any sort of a look at a double takeout, they probably would lift it. So important to minimize the number of chances, and Pliskova's been a little bit heavy-handed with this one and brought it right into the house.
You've got to think both these yellow stones will get removed from play.
Yeah, well, this one got delivered with a little bit of hot sauce at the end there. Just give it a bit of extra speed.
Have they squeezed the other yellow out? Can't quite manage it.
Well, it stays around, and that may just be of interest to Czech Republic to start removing some of these red stones, try and build a way in for that yellow stone in the wing. Here's another look at that release. Just gives it a little bit of extra speed at the end. And a little bit unlucky not to spin it right out. Great effort. Back to a nose hit here for Czech Republic. So there may Be a chance for double. I don't think they're going to look at it this time.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to overcomplicate things.
Well, they would have to get quite close to that yellow, or the guard protecting that yellow, if they were to make that shot.
This one's looking a little high, Logan.
I think that was just slightly overthrown there. Still good enough to lie to, though. Bodhisattva 75% for the game, pretty much around our tournament average.
So Czech Republic not throwing caution to the wind yet. At some point they will have to.
They are getting closer to bringing that yellow stone in the wing into play, though. The chance to lie to hasn't quite gone yet, and I think that's what they're thinking. That's the strategy here. As you say, Kenny, they've made opportunities to go around the centre stones and they've not quite taken it. So Sweden looking good for two here, as they currently stand. You're right, Kenny, though. I think I would like to see them be a little bit more offensive here in the sixth end and really push hard for the steal. They're not going to get too many opportunities, so there's lots of stones in play. Just playing in the low 70s this week, Anna.
Looking for a hit and roll. And that one just finds the nose.
There may be a better chance for a double with the next one. And Hasselborg will have to try and roll, make a move. Here's another look. Right down onto the nose. So those stones at the front of the house becoming quite close together. That's why it's important for Sweden to roll into a position that's further away. So maybe expect to see them rolling out to the left-hand side of the house. Anna Hasselborg having a perfect game, 100%. Well, it hits on the nose. Now, I guess the danger here for Czech Republic is that if they do go for the double takeout, where does the first stone go? Does it go straight onto that wide yellow? It certainly goes very close to it. Both the stones being close together, maybe they can force the angle.
Quite a lot of room for error with the two stones sitting together. You could also elect to just swing one right round, but I don't think you'll see that.
Jenom roll je asi kravina, že jo?
Tak to je na draw na 2.
Na draw na 2, no.
Myslím, že to nepůjde na 2.
Looks a bit like Bodysheva's at a job interview right now, facing the panel.
Tak můžeme to zkusit, no. Možná jako ráno ten double? Kdybychom dali takhle. A kdyby to bylo 7, tak by se tam možná mohl posunout. A nemuselo by to být ten žen. Tak to spíš brala nás teda, no.
So this might be an opportunity to call that time out. The coach could come down and talk things through for 60 seconds. Do you think we'll see a timeout being called here, Logan?
I don't think so. Looks like Annika Beskova has made her mind up. I think she was just in that kind of quandary about how she stopped that redstone jamming on that yellow just at the bottom of your screen. We saw a terrific double takeout from Annika Beskova in the first end. Will they get another one here? They really need this one to curl. They really needed it to curl. And this one could be pretty much over, folks.
Yeah, I think she tried to put a little bit too much weight onto the throwing stone and just pushed it a little back.
We've talked about the releases a lot this week and the different ways to get the job done. And if you do push this one, you need to practice it a lot to be accurate with it, because you can sacrifice a little bit of accuracy if you don't get it quite right. And that's exactly what happened to Annika Beskova there. Another interesting release for Anna Hasselborg. Generally, the players will let the stone go at 12 o'clock with the handle at 12 o'clock. Anna Hasselborg kind of starts it round about 12 o'clock and twists it from there to make the rotation. So, as I said before, there's a lot of different styles and ways to do it, and everyone has their own kind of way of doing it.
Yeah, there you see some of the Swedish fans delighted with the way they have started this semi-final. They lead 7-1 after 6 ends.
Just a few short years ago, Las Vegas first emerged on the world's curling radar. Today, it's the world's curling hotbed, with 2 Continental Cups already in the attendance record books, a third one ready to rock this coming January, and the biggest one of all, the World Men's Championship, coming in 2018. For complete details, visit LasVegasCurling.rocks.
You gotta be there. Las Vegas rocks.
Things just not going the Czechs' way. But no matter the outcome of this game, they've had a great week so far, qualifying for their first ever semi-final.
Great setup again here from Sofia Mobergs. Yeah, they have had a great week, the Czech Republic team, but this one just looks like it might be one step too far for them. They won't be confined to going home without a medal at this point. They still have the bronze medal game this evening that they can pick up some hardware to take home. Something to show for having a great week here in Scotland.
Sweden just ignoring that guard. They're not going to try and tick it even further to the side. They'll just throw another one in on top of this red in the house.
I think just reflecting on the game, that with Sweden getting off to a fast start and making that 4 in the third end, they just got on top of the ice conditions a little bit faster than the Czech Republic team. They understood that there were some different lines that were doing different things, and they got to grips with it. The ice maybe a little bit faster as well here this afternoon. And Czech Republic have struggled since then just to get anything going, any sort of real hope generated from their setup play in each end. The takeout play by the Swedish has just been too good.
Agnes knocking her, trying to peel the guards off. This one looks fairly close. Just misses the second one. Czech Republic persevering with the corner guard. Gets good separation, so Anna Hasselberg just being forced to peel the single this time. No double there.
I just got a little teaser of what was going on next door between Scotland and Russia. Quite a few stones in play there. Another good peel here in the game between Sweden and Czech Republic. So Pliskova, we saw a couple of okay draws from her in the sixth end. He asked for another one here with those reds side by side in the house. Quite a nice chance to make a freeze.
Yeah, nicely done. Will Anna make a play in it, or will she just peel the corner? So 2 rocks remaining in the game between Russia and Scotland. Scotland trailing by 1. Russia with the last stone here in the 6th. Yes, so Scotland calling their timeout. And we'll go back there once they've decided what they're going to do. Sweden just peeling the corner guard.
So Alžbeta Bodoševa. Looks like they're going to try and freeze another one on there. Going to be on the face of the yellow.
It's going to be difficult to remove both yellows. But Sarah McManus can throw the big weight. Might be tempted to fire the yellow in to the pocket. What can Sarah McManus do? So it gets things moving.
That was a really good shot, makes the peel and also just frees up that red onto the button.
Yeah, so Scotland calling the draw. And this one from Eve Muirhead looks really deep. It needs to sit down in 8 foot. That's going to drift to the back ring. And Russia have got a takeout for 4 in this 6th end.
Well, that was an absolute must-make there for Scotland. Just getting caught out by these quicker ice conditions we're seeing today.
Eve Muirhead not happy with that one. Still not convinced that was the shot. I think I might have played the hit off the outside red and down in. You get lucky, you peel the double, and you sitting 2 in behind the guard. If you don't make the draw, even if you sit out a little, you might leave a slash double. What can Victoria Musayeva do? Bet she can't believe her luck. Oh, just makes it. And it's going to be a score of 3. Nearly ticked that stone onto her own, but they lead 8-4 after 6.
Сейчас точно не расслабляться, что они будут прям вообще цепляться.
So while we were looking at the Scotland game, this is what we missed. It was a double attempt from Sweden.
Asi ten posun je nejlepší, no. I kdyby se stalo to, že to splitnu náhodou, tak aspoň to prostě budu mít pak otevřený.
Just a reminder, Sweden red and Czech Republic yellow. Spending a bit of time over this one.
No. Asi jo. Tady nám to minule moc netočilo, ne? A možná maličko ještě.
Well, it looks like they're going to play a kind of tap-up freeze sort of shot. Taking a bit of a risk here. Even if they make it perfectly, then Sweden may just throw a guard. Another option could be to remove the stone on the button. Just to raise the yellow onto the one on the button and try and create some separation between the 2 yellow stones. That would look like the best way of scoring 2 from my eye. Just kind of pushes it up alongside, but this was always the problem in playing at a soft weight, was that you're going to leave the 2 yellow stones really close together, and we know all about Anna Hasselborg and the firepower that she has. So this should be a relatively straightforward double takeout for Anna.
Yeah. and are really good at our takeouts. Really anywhere high side, you'll remove both yellows.
Well, it gives it a twist and sends it on its way.
Oh, great shot from Anna. Makes both the yellow stones go away.
Well, let's have another look. Spins them both easily out. And opportunity is gone here for Czech Republic. It looks like the 7th head may well be blanked here after this one. Well, is it out?
It's not. I think it's going to be a score of 1. So things not going Czech Republic's way. They now trail 7-2 to Sweden.
Om de inte lägger en tajta första. Det är bra, det gillar vi.
So just a reminder, you're watching live coverage of the Gruyère European Curling Championships from the Braehead Arena. Semi-final stages is Sweden leading Czech Republic 7-2. I'm Ken Edwards and I'm joined by Logan Gray. And Czech Republic really struggled, Logan.
Yeah, they have. It just looks like there's only been one team out there throughout the whole semi-final. Czech Republic just got off to a really bad start and it's been an uphill struggle since then too. Sofia Mobergs has been setting up Sweden extremely well. There's a minimum of 8 ends required to be played in the final stages. There's some of the fans enjoying a snack and watching the curling here in the Braehead Arena. They're obviously willing Eve Muirhead to try and turn the semi-final around, currently trailing by 8 shots to 4 against Russia.
Yeah, just a reminder that 8 ends needs to be played in the semi-final. As you look at the percentages, Mobergs playing 90%. That's a great afternoon's work by her.
So another good takeout there by Sweden, and they lie 2 here in the 8th end. Czech Republic will have to ignore these stones and try and generate something on the centre line. They need to block up the middle, and that's going to be their best chance of stealing and trying to find their way back in here. But based on the first 7 ends of action, you just can't see it happening really. It's been one-way traffic throughout. A good draw there by Pliskova. She's made some nice draws in the second half of this game, but may just be too little too late here. Agnes Knockenauer outplaying Teresa Pliskova. See Pliskova only 33% on hits.
So what's the thinking behind this shot, Logan?
Well, at the moment they're just trying to block up the centre of the sheet, aren't they? They don't have the last stone. They're trailing by 5. They just need to get steals on the board. They've only got 3 ends to come. So they need to do everything in their power to try and make a steal here, even if it means losing the game right here and now.
Well, doesn't quite manage to make the double.
I think I'll be the same again here. Desperately needing guards. They won't worry too much about those red stones in the wing.
So it does throw that one up onto the centre line.
Yeah, and finds quite a nice spot too. It's not that easy to peel. Should be okay on the outturn. Sweden just needing to be a little bit careful and navigate the other stones round about.
Well, they were looking to try and catch the back of that corner guard and run down into the house. You see Sarah Omanis at 89%. Budasova at 79.
Yeah, the Swedish backhand have been impeccable.
Yeah, you've got to think Sweden will have another attempt at trying to remove both yellows. Sweden with their tails up here in this semi-final. Maybe a little bit thin, this one. Yeah, just pulls the single off. What? So back to the other semi-final. Scotland trailing by 4. They have an opportunity to try and score 2 in the 7th end. Eve Muirhead with her final stone. Not too much panic, so must be pretty good. And on to the nose, and a score of 2. Now that other game is Russia 8, Scotland 6.
Well, still a long way back here for Scotland, but still 3 ends to play, trailing by 2. Need to get their stealing boots on. So back to Czech Republic and Sweden. The decision has been made here, and it looks like they're going to try and play a freeze on the red stones.
It's been beginning to move off the centre line now.
Well, it has some nuisance value, that stone. It finishes in front of the red, but it is in second shot position.
So there you see Anna Hasselberg at 98%.
Yeah, I don't know where she lost it to, actually. Great play by the Swedish skip.
I think she dropped maybe a couple of marks when she didn't make the shot for 5. But did pick up 4.
Men det kommer hon bara ha på TT på egen. Alltså, tänk om vi lägger topp 4 bara. Ja, då har ni TT åt andra hållet. Ja, då har vi dubbeln i tillbaka. Jag tycker den här är bra, då har vi draget. Ja, jag tycker också. Lägg den bara i 2.
So there's the Swedish fans in the background there.
Vad har vi här alltså, ni? Samma farter?
A couple of the Swedish players kicking about too to cheer on the girls. They look like they're going to go to the final. Swedish men also qualified for their final last night. They'll play against Norway in the men's event. Certainly looks like Sweden are going to be there as well. Just drawing to lie 2. Needs to be pretty close to the 8 foot, so they want this one to stop. Oh, pretty perfect, really. Nice draw there by Anna Hasselberg. I think we'll see Czech Republic try to freeze that stone now.
Yeah, that's about all they've got. But the hitting power of Sweden, even if you do make it perfect, you'd have thought that Anna Hasselberg would be able to peel it out of the 4 foot. Anna Kubeskova. Left-handed player. So coming from the opposite hack. And this one needs to take a seat. Pumps her head back, but I think Anna Hasselberg will have a chance to make her first European final.
I think you're absolutely right, Kenny. I think that could well be the last Czech stone of the game there. Well, the job is simple. Get that yellow stone out of there and you are into the European final. So here we go. Final stone of the 8th end.
Just keeping this one clean all the way down, and I think you will see the handshake after this. And it's only a 2, but yep, Anna Kubeskova has had enough, and it is Anna Hasselberg and her Swedish side into the final.
They've guaranteed their first medal. Anna Hasselberg and her team so clearly elated. And there's a super performance here. Final score, Sweden 9, Czech Republic 2. Super performance, and nice to see them celebrating with their fans there. So
just a few short years ago, Las Vegas first emerged on the world's curling radar. Today, it's the world's curling hotbed, with 2 Continental Cups already in the attendance record books, a 3rd one ready to rock this coming January, and the biggest one of all, the World Men's Championship, coming in 2018. For complete details, visit LasVegasCurling.rocks.
You gotta be there. Las Vegas rocks.
Advantage by virtue of winning the round robin, and threw it away in the first end with some poor play. So this is Anna Sloan from Lockerbie. Plays 3rd on the Scottish team and has always been kind of Eve's trusty steed over the successes in the last few years. Anna skipped her own team to the World Women's Curling Championship in 2011 in Esbjerg, Denmark, and since then she's teamed up with Eve, and they've had a great amount of success, including winning the European Championship in 2011. Here's Uliana Vasileva, just 21 years old. Won a World Junior Bronze medal in 2014. So Russia in good shape here in the 8th end. There is still 1 guard there that can be used, but Russia lying 3 at the moment. So here's now a look at that takeout. Manages to make it curl enough to chip the yellow out and preserve everything else. It looks like Scotland are going to try and remove some of these red stones.
Easier shot to get hidden.
I quite like the freeze, but I don't mind the hit and roll. Like the freeze, I think.
The thing is, you freeze, she's blasting it.
I know, and then I've got...
Let's freeze!
I think so.
Freeze, Anna! Okay.
I like that.
I think this is a good change of decision in the hack here.
No, it should be good.
The discussion really was, do you draw or play a takeout here? They really need to steal here. They can't afford to give up a multiple score, that's for sure. So they're going to force the issue a little bit here and try and make the freeze. Crazy to think that Eve Muirhead, just 26 years old.
The line's good. Line's good.
The amount we've seen her playing at the international championships for Scotland over the last few years.
Yeah, go. Straight draw.
Of course, Eve skipped the British team at the Olympics to a bronze medal in 2014 Sochi.
Okay, that's pretty good, Eve.
Misses the freeze, but does manage to find a quite useful position behind the guard in second shot.
Потому что следующим она точно будет делать этот тэп. Но она, если сделает тэп, то нам надо вот это как-то...
Timeout called here by Russia.
Нам сейчас нужно его убрать. Потому что следующим она будет делать... Его не видно, да. Тэп. И у нее останется лучше. Единственное, что если мы привезем сюда, это может быть двойной, и у нее станет два лучше. Да, и нам тоже надо будет бить. Нет, вообще ни с какой. Да. Вести сюда вот сюда или вести на наш? Может быть вот так? Ну нет. Да. Вот так. Прям стей. Да? Окей. Хорошо, ошибка чуть в тэп. Да? Хотя, в принципе... 4 фута просто надо отвести. Да. Окей. Так ты как хочешь, чтобы он не довалился? Нет, я хочу просто прямой. Да, если что, перевал больше. Нам 4 фута надо будет точно. Да,
so the Russian coach has his input, and I've got to say one shot I thought they might consider is peeling the guard at the top of the screen, opening up the shot stone. That would pretty much force Eve to play a difficult triple takeout, really, to lie to. Looks like they're going to try and make a freeze on their own red.
Хорошо. Ладно. Ну да.
So Victoria Moisieva going to try and apply more pressure to Scotland, making an aggressive call here in this 8th end. Victoria won the World Junior Bronze Medal in 2011 and 12, as well as World University Gold in 2013 and 2015. And she's a bit hot here. A long way out from its intended destination.
Maybe a bit of realisation of the position she's in now, Logan.
Yeah, it's always... Here's another look at it. Just passes that top stone and pushes it through. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kenny. They, sometimes it's a little bit harder to make the winning shot and get over the winning line than all those other ones before it. So maybe the nerves starting to jangle a little bit. I think it's important that the Russian team keep talking, even after a miss like that, that especially the teammates are around the skip and supporting her and making sure that her head's right to make the winning shot. Well, this is a huge shot in the game. Needs to lie to. And they do lie too.
Yeah, so what are the possibilities here for Victoria Mosaeva?
Well, I'm sure there's lots of them, but I think from a strategic point of view, the one thing they absolutely can't afford to do is give up a steal here. So they really need to be clear on what shot they're calling and what the outcome needs to be. I think they're definitely looking at a takeout of some description. I think it's difficult to see both the yellows coming out of the house. Oh, we heard her say control, so that sounds like a hit and roll. Maybe not feeling so confident with the draws after that previous one. Do always need to play to your strengths. I'm just looking at the line up in these stones here, and I'm just wondering if they can hit the outside of the red onto the two yellows and spin them both out that way to get a big score, but doesn't look an absolute given. I think just going for a score of 1 here is probably the correct decision here for Mosaeva. Play the scoreboard. Oh, and she's maybe even got more than that. That could be 3. Great shot here by Victoria Mosaeva. Another 3 on the board, the 3rd one of the match. Can you believe it? Russia on for a huge upset, and it's confirmed as well. Scotland off with the handshakes. A huge disappointment for Scotland, and it was all because of this super final shot here in the 8th end. So at their first European Championships, this Russian team is going to the gold medal game, where they will find Sweden. Scotland will go to the bronze medal game to play against the Czech Republic.
Давай, распишись. Ну ладно, в платье теперь с медалями точно. А можно мама? Мама!
Sweden against the Czech Republic here in the semi-finals of the 2016 Gruyère European Curling Championships. The 3rd end. And Anna Hasselborg going to make a tap back. Chance to score a handful. Does enough for 4. And after 2 blank ends, Sweden get the lead that they're looking for with that all-important last stone advantage. Sweden 4, Czech Republic 0. Then here in the 5th end, there's a tough draw here for Anna Kubeshkova. Needed to find the pot lid. Super sweeping there by Svatonova, and Pliskova gets it onto the button and scores 1, 4-1 at half-time. And then into the 6th end, a huge miss from Anna Kubeshkova with her last stone of the end. An absolute gift for Anna Hasselborg to draw one in and put 3 on the board for Sweden. 7-1 after 6 ends. And this was just the icing on the cake here for Sweden. 8th end, final stone. Just needed to get the yellow out for a multiple score. Didn't hang around for 3. but it didn't matter really. The final score here of Sweden 9, Czech Republic 2. Sweden go to the gold medal game and Czech Republic go to the bronze medal game. And here's the team's win-loss records for the week. Scotland 9-1, but the best they're going to be able to do is bronze. Czech Republic, Sweden final. Norway and Finland, they're going down to the B, and Italy are in a challenge at the moment for a place at the World Championships. Germany, Switzerland already qualified for that one. And here's our updated women final stages board. Confirmed Russia, Sweden, gold medal match, and Scotland, Czech Republic, bronze medal match.
Anna, into your first European final, how does it feel?
It feels amazing. I'm tremendously proud of my girls, how they have played all week and how we have been such a great team out there all the time, and I'm so happy.
You managed to get off to a good start. What was the game plan going into the semi-final?
Since we had hammer, we really wanted to take a deuce, but we came out taking a 4 and didn't say no to that. But we wanted to go hard when we had the hammer, but didn't manage to do that in the first 2 ends. And in the third, we thought we had it, so that was good.
So a bit of downtime now before the final. What's the plans?
It's the boys' game before our final. In that case, we're celebrating them, hopefully. And I don't know, just enjoy this and reload.
Okay, well done, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that was the story of the game from Anna Hasselborg's perspective. 3 multiple scores, taking this one down for Sweden. And the final score here is 9-2. Sweden go to the gold medal game, Czech Republic go to the bronze medal game. For myself, Logan Gray and Kenny Edwards, thanks for watching and join us this evening for the bronze medal game.